friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm C. Shilpa Surana and we are in the middle of series Basics of Stock Market. In this series, we are trying to learn some of the commonly known terms or commonly used terms in stock market. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Also, if you like the content of this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So in today's video, we are going to look some terms from Money Control website. So Money Control website is one of my go-to website if I am analyzing any stock. Of course, I view another websites also, but this is my first website which I will go to after I have shortlisted any stock. So let's start with our today's video. So let's search for Money Control first. Let's search for one particular script in Money Control. Let's say we search for Larsen and Toubro here. Okay, so type Larsen and Toubro in the search bar. Once you click on enter, or you can click on the search button, you will be landing on this page which is relating to Larsen and Toubro Limited. Now here it will show you all the details relating to NSE, BSE, futures and options. So now we are in NSE tab. In this NSE tab, you can see here this is the company's name or the script name that we had searched for, Larsen and Toubro Limited. And the sector in which it operates is infrastructure general. Okay, so what is this price? This is the last traded price. So you can consider this last traded price is actually as latest traded price. Why I'm saying that is because this is the price at which the share of this company was last traded, or you can say latest transaction for this particular company's share had happened at this price, that is 1583. And when has that transaction happened? It had happened on 11th of August at 16.02. Okay, so at 4 o'clock last trade for this particular company share had happened, and it had happened at 1583. Okay, now you are seeing this particular price as stagnant, right? If market would have been open, so if you would have checked this price during 9:15 to 3:30, or to be very precise till 4 o'clock. Why I'm saying that is because we people like you and me are allowed to trade till 3:30. From 3:30 to 4, brokers trade. Okay, they have to, under certain circumstances, do the trading between 3:30 to 4, and that's why I'm saying between 9:15 to 4 o'clock, in this time span, this price will keep on fluctuating. And why will this price fluctuate? This price will fluctuate based on the demand and supply forces. So in my previous video, I have already spoken about why the share price of the company changes. You can check out that video. I'll give you the link in the description box and in the iCard. So it will be better if you see my previous video, so you will be able to understand these terms in a better way. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, this is the last traded price or the latest traded price. This will be keep on fluctuating if you are watching it during market hours. After market hours, it will be stagnant, and this will be the close price for the day. So today, that is 11th August, the closing price of this particular share is 1583. Okay, and during the day, when you see this price, it is last traded price. So immediately, like when you are checking, it shows you the updated or the current price that before this particular moment, what was the price at which the share had traded. Okay, so it is a very live price which will keep on changing during market hours, and after market hours it will show you the closing price for that day. Now the next thing is this red downward arrow. What does this mean? This red downward arrow means today the share price of this company has fallen. Now, as compared to what it has fallen? It has fallen as compared to the closing price of yesterday. It has fallen by 5 rupees 15 paise here. That means that yesterday the closing price was 1588 rupees 0.45 paise. So I have just added this 5.15 in this closing price. I will get the yesterday's closing price. Okay. So what does this downward arrow show? This arrow shows that this price has fallen. The current day's closure has fallen as compared to previous day's closure by how much? By 5 rupees. And in percentage terms, if you see, it has fallen by 0.32%. Okay. And what does this date and the time signifies, it shows that this price, that is 1583, was as on 11th August and the time was 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, this was the price for the share of Larsen and Toubro. Okay. So guys, now we have understand one thing, that the red downward arrow means the price, that is the closing price or the last traded price, has fallen as compared to your previous close price by so and so value. Now what if this is a green upward symbol? Okay, so I know that Infosys share has gone up today, so let me show you also. So if you see this Infosys, it does not have that red thing, right? Red upward arrow. It is having green upward arrow. What does this mean? This means that Infosys last traded price has gone up as compared to his previous day's closing price by 30 paise. And this is the percentage terms by which this price has gone up. Okay. So I hope you have understood that red means the prices have fallen and green means the prices have increased. So this will keep on fluctuating during the day, and so will this amount keep on changing, because whatever the price is here, that is whatever the last traded price is here, it will be compared to your previous day's close price, and then these figures will be populated. Okay. Now going back to our Larsen and Toubro example, see, in NSE we have seen the stock price is 1583, right? Now what about BSE? Will BSE have the same price? The answer is no. BSE can have different price. Even in this case, if you see, it's different only. It's not necessary that it will be always different. Hardly 1 or 2 paise difference will be there most of the times, but sometimes you can see difference. So if you see right now, there is approximately 2 rupees difference, right? And why is that? Why is the price higher in BSE and less in NSE? Again, the concept is same, the demand and supply concept, basic economics concept, the concept that I have already discussed in my previous lectures. So do visit those. I mean, it's really important, guys. You can see so many questions can be answered through what I have already spoken about or already explained in my previous lectures, right? So as I told you, the main reason is that the demand in BSE may be more for this stock, and hence the prices are higher as compared to NSE. Okay. Now coming to day range, this is L and this is H. L means what was the lowest price that the share of this company has touched today. Okay. So today the share price of this particular company has fallen as low as this particular value, that is 1562.75, and it has gone high as much as 1597.90 during this day, that is today, that is 11th August. Okay. So this shows today's low price and today's high price. Now 52-week range, again low and high. That means during this 52 week, the lowest price of this particular share was 843 and the highest price that this particular share has touched is 1647.15. So currently you can see that this share is not trading at its 52-week high. You would have heard this thing in news also sometime, that the share is trading at 52-week high. That means the share is trading at this value, okay, around this value maybe. Now here is the volume. You can see this is the volume which has been mentioned. Now what does the volume mean? Volume means the amount of share that have changed hand today. So suppose if I am selling and you are buying, it will not be counted as two transactions. Like I have sold 100 share and you have purchased 100 share. So in this volume, it will not come 100 plus 100, that is 200. In this, it will come 100 only, because that particular 100 shares which I had sold and you have purchased, it has changed hands only once. From me, it has gone to you. Okay. So it will be counted only one. So here the volume shows that what is the total number of shares that have changed hand today. Okay. This is the volume. Now what is this bid and ask? So bid price is basically when you are buying, you bid that particular price, and ask price is when the seller is quoting some price, that is the ask price. Okay. Here you can see in the chart form the share price movement. Okay. So now these are some of the very interesting and important sections in money control, but right now we are not doing the stock analysis, but I'm trying to help you understand some basic terms. So I'll stick to that. I will cover when we are doing fundamentals of the company. That time we will try to see, you know, how all these things can help you before you take any decisions about any particular share. Okay. Now coming to this overview part, okay, these have some important terms here. So the first term is open. Okay, it shows that the open price is 1590. What does this open mean? It means that in the morning 9:15, when the market got open for people like you and me to trade, this is the price at which the market had opened for this particular share. Now, if you're from accounting background, you might be aware of one concept, which is like what is your last day's closing will be your current day's opening. Even if you're not from accounting background, if you're a businessman or something, you might be aware that when you are recording closing stock, what you will show that your closing stock as on 31st March was this much, suppose XYZ. So your opening stock for 1st April will become that XYZ only, okay? But it does not happen in share market like that. How it happens is, see, here you are saying previous close. What is this previous close? This previous close is yesterday's closing price. So yesterday, that is 10th August at 4 o'clock, what is the price? So it will be around 4 o'clock. I'm just roughly telling 4 o'clock, okay? What is the price at which the share of this company was closed? And it was 1588.45. Now, if you compare these two, you can clearly see that opening price was not as closing price, okay? So now you might think that why it's like that, okay? Why your closing price is not same as opening price? This is due to the factor of aftermarket orders. So as I told you earlier, also you visit my earlier lectures wherein I have spoken about how share price is determined. Share price is determined. This is the simple funda of market economics, that is demand and supply. So after market orders, these are the market orders that you place after the market hours, like after 3:30. If you want to place any order, now whether you can do that, how do you do that, what is after market order, I will cover in my later lectures. But first understand this simple concept that there are orders which are placed after market hours, and since there is after market hour orders, so there is demand for this particular share, right? So the demand increases the share price. So when it opens the next day in the share market, it opens at a higher price. Now what is this phenomena called? This is called gap up opening, okay? If your today's opening price is greater than your yesterday's closing price, it is known as gap up opening. If your today's opening price is less than your yesterday's closing price, then it is known as gap down opening, okay? And when suppose it is same, then what you will call, like if it opens at this particular price only, then it is known as unchanged, UNCH. That's how you will see. So this gap up opening, gap down opening, or unchanged opening, all these things you would have heard it. Like today the stock market has opened at a gap up. What does this mean? So this means that whatever your yesterday's closing was there, closing price, as compared to that your today's opening is higher. That is gap up opening, okay? Now volume, what is volume? We had already seen number of shares that have changed hands today, that is volume. This is value in lakhs, okay? Now this is high. So this high is same as what you have seen here, high. Sorry, here. So today whatever the high this particular share have touched, low means that is the low price that this particular share have touched. Now this is UC limit and LC limit. So this is upper circuit limit and lower circuit limit. Few of you might not know right now what is upper circuit limit and lower circuit limit. I will cover what is circuit filter, what is circuit breaker, what is upper circuit limit, what is lower circuit limit. So all those things will get covered in one class wherein I will be explaining what is this circuit filters and circuit breakers, okay? Again, this 52-week high, 52-week low, we have already seen here, right? 52-week range. So these are those data. Now after that, there is this TTM EPS, TTM PE, that is trailing 12-month EPS, trailing 12-month PE, sector PE, etc. So these are relating to financial analysis. So we will cover this also in separate video wherein you know how to read this term, how to interpret this term, why it is important when you are analyzing any share. We will cover all this thing in detail. So for now, whoever have seen my first video will know what is this particular thing, that is face value. If you have not checked it, do check out my first video in the series and you will come to know what a face value is, okay? And then there is market capitalization, dividend. So everything will be covered in the fundamental class wherein I will be talking about these various ratios which will help you to analyze the share of this company, okay? So likewise guys, there are so many other tabs I will try to cover these one by one in various classes, because it makes no point if I, scroll you through all these points at one go and you'll not understand half of it. Like even in this case, you have not understand, I know, EPS, PE and these percentages. So it's better that I will cover all this one by one slowly in my upcoming sessions. For now, apart from this overview which you have learned today, I'm sure all of you who would have seen my earlier videos know this corporate action part also. We had already discussed all these announcement, board meetings, dividend, bonus, split, right, AGM, EGM. And also we have seen how these corporate actions will impact the share prices. So if you have not checked my video on the corporate actions, do check that also out. This video is also available in the playlist of basics of stock market. So that's all guys from my side. I hope you like the content of this video and it was informative. In case you do like, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also let me know in the comment section below how was this video. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Bye.